Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile found...
Blandenboro is a small community surrounded by pine forests and swamps at the southeastern edge of the North Carolina Piedmont. It is also the setting for the greatest monster flap North Carolina has ever seen. The story begins in Bladen County, in the town of Clarkton. On December 29, 1953, a local woman heard her neighbor's dogs barking and whimpering. When she went out to investigate, she saw a large, cat-like creature skulk off into the darkness. That was the first sighting of the beast of Blandenboro. 2 days later, the creature would strike. On New Year's Eve, Blandenboro Police Chief Roy Forrest was called out to the farm of Woody Storm. 2 of Storm's dogs had been killed by something large and powerful. The poor dogs' bodies had been completely drained of blood. More reports started coming in. D.G. Pate said he watched from his service station as a dog was attacked by a large creature and dragged into the woods. Chief Forrest was inundated with reports of dogs being attacked from across the county. People said they saw an animal, like a bear or a panther, that was 3 feet long, 20 inches high, with a long tail and a cat's face. Others reported hearing the creature scream coming from the swamps near the town, saying it sounded like a woman with a knife stuck in her back. On January 1st, the bodies of 2 more dogs were discovered. These 2 had been drained of blood. Chief Forrest decided it was time to call for help. A team of professional hunters was brought in from Wilmington to track down the animal. Chief Forrest accompanied the tracking party and said he saw footprints the size of a silver dollar. Then, on January 5th, the beast of Blandenboro attacked a human. That evening, Mrs. C.E. Kinslaw heard the sound of whimpering dogs outside her house. She went outside to investigate. She saw a large cat-like creature rush towards her. Mrs. Kinslaw screamed, and her husband rushed outside. The beast was frightened off and fled back into the woods. Of course, it wasn't too long before newspapers picked up the story, and soon Blandenboro was overwhelmed with a flurry of hunters coming in, eager to bag the beast. Over 600 men from as far away as Tennessee descended on the town. A fully armed pack of fraternity brothers from UNC Chapel Hill made its way down to the town to see about putting the beast's head on their wall. But nobody knew exactly what they were hunting. Speculation began running rampant. Some thought it was a Carolina panther, a species of large cat that had lived in the area until the early 20th century, but was now thought to be extinct. Others said they were dealing with a coyote or stray dog. Most of those who had descended on Bladen County thought that the only way to find out for sure what the beast was would be by killing it. The town was terrified. F. Butler, who was a young man in Blandenboro at the time, recalled, "Nighttime was the feared time around these parts. As the sun set, the entire community on the west side of town went indoors and didn't come out unless necessary." The fear of the beast had a very real effect on Mr. Butler and his family. We didn't live in town limits at that time, and almost everyone had an outdoor bathroom. To supplement the outside convenience, most houses had a thunder jug, a big jug that could be used at night and emptied into the privy during the day. That jug got plenty of use during the scare. Deciding that things were getting too dangerous, Blandenboro Mayor Bob Fussell and Chief Forrest called to an end to the hunt. On January 13th, taking an unusually large bobcat that had been trapped by a local farmer, the 2 men hung it up in a flagpole in the center of town. They posted a sign underneath stating, This is the beast of Blandenboro. After about a week or so, things settled back pretty much to normal, although there were strange sightings that continued, and very unusual animal sounds emanating from deep in the swamps. But the hunters left town, and the reports of killing stopped coming in. Whatever the beast of Blandenboro was, it had vanished back into the night and swamps from which it had first emerged. Thank you for listening to the Shadowland radio show. If you're listening on the Blackwater Media YouTube channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You can also listen at blackwatermedia.net and the Blackwater Media Facebook page. I'm Dr. William Lester, and I promise to see each and every one of you again on the flip side.